Hi, I'm Sara Burns again. Um, I recently just did a video on spring and the liver energy, and I highly encourage you, particularly if you are struggling with depression, um, or food issues, or high blood pressure, insomnia, um, ED, any of those issues, to go and listen to that, and hopefully you'll get some insights from it. But I wanted to also share, I decided that through the years, I've been doing this work since 2006. And the longer I've been doing energy healing and shamanism and Reiki is a form of shamanism, by the way. Um, it just amazes me, really, being able to see people that have gone in so many different directions and never really improve in their life, and to come in and then to see them really getting pieces of true healing. And one of the things that I think sets me apart from a lot of energy healers is that um, I give my clients a lot of time to talk. I was trained as a social worker and a counselor, and I feel that that piece is really important. But what I did find as in my training as a social worker is that people, um, they they just go circular with their issues. And if I was um, a therapist and I saw that, I would think, wow, I'm going to be able to keep this client for years on end. Let's keep talking about the family. Let's keep you processing what happened to you when you were 5 years old, or yesterday when this person said this to you. Um, Energy healing kind of pushes things forward, whether you want it to or not, and things get revealed and uncovered. But I do feel like there's a lot of people that do energy healing that don't really understand that piece of it so well. And the way I believe that is because when I'm seeing people pricing their sessions for, a one-time visit and not explaining that this is a process that you need to do, or if I'm seeing a Reiki by the minute, I've seen that, or hey, come to my healing event and I'll give you a free Reiki session. I don't feel like that's really appropriate for helping people heal, because things do come up when you move energy. And if you don't prepare your clients for that, then you're not really helping them heal. I want to share a story with you. And this is what I decided, that there are people that have really stood out in my training that have actually taught me to be a better healer. And one of the stories today that I wanted to share happened, I'm going to say, about 10 years ago. This girl came to me and she was extremely stressed because she was worried that her job was not going to last much longer. She had a very cushy job. She was working for an elderly man in his 90s, I believe, and making like $8,000 or something like that a month, taking care of this man. Um, he he didn't need. She wasn't like a nurse's aide. She was more like getting the groceries, cleaning the house, giving him some companionship, cooking, those kinds of things. But she wasn't. He was relatively ambulatory, from what I understood. She would drive him to the store and things like that. But she was worried that he was going to die very soon. And when I got her on the table, she just could not stop talking about how stressed she was about this. It was becoming circular for her. And the thing I learned from her is how energies do get amped up. So what happened was she came back the following week, and no, the man had not died. But what did happen was the man's son came to town from another state, and he cut back her hours. And that stressed her, and she was really angry with this son for doing this. So again, I get her on the table to try to work through her stress, and she's talking the whole time I'm trying to work on her about, you know, how this guy was so horrible to her, and you know, she didn't know how she was going to live or get a job or any of those things. Well, the following week she got fired, and I couldn't help but look at what we had been doing and what her mindset was while we were doing the energy healing. I'm putting tons of energy in her with these thoughts. And so with that, what was happening is it was amplifying all the negative things that was keeping her from having a harmonious life. And so the universe gave her exactly what she was afraid of, and that is no job, no cushy job at that. And so she had to recreate herself and find a new job, and certainly didn't pay as well with benefits and all that, you know. But she did eventually find a new job, and that went away from her. So what did it teach me? Well, this goes with when people call me now. I tell people that, you know, yes, it's okay to come for one visit, but I don't want you to come with the idea that that's how I work. It's fine if you want to come and see me to see if I'm going to be a good person to help you or not. I get that. I understand it. But this work needs to be ongoing. And so the best way to come into this work is actually thinking about what is it that you are needing to resolve in your life that you've been really struggling with. And along with that, that's why I think the communication is so important, because oftentimes I can give insights as to how to solve problems. You know, I don't always have to take my advice, but I'm pretty good at looking at possibilities that people can take and giving that support and that courage to take a step forward in a different direction. I think that's just so relevant. But I also feel like that girl prepared me to see, in a way, it's like, wow, if only therapists had this tool. I don't always expect a person to come in with knowing most specifically what they need to heal in their life. I like to kind of let things percolate for a week or two, because I have just seen it over and over that whatever those situations are, they will percolate for a person and come to the surface, and then we can do the work. I also try to prepare my clients to try to, when you're on the table, to see the outcome that you want from the problems that you are experience in your life, because I'm pouring a ton of positive energy in on you as well. And that way, we're putting that as a bigger prayer out into the universe of getting what it is that you need for your life. And so I do feel that my work is a little bit different. I do look at nutrition. I think what we put in our body is um, plays on our energy too. And I help people problem solve um, with the things that they're stuck in, and giving that extra energy really boost them forward into their lives. And I think I can help you with yours as well. Again, I feel like when I do this work, I know I'm really doing my purpose here on earth. I feel so touched when I see my clients really making strides that they didn't expect and I didn't expect. It really is incredible to see some of the healings that I've had. But this story really stands out for me as a learning for me about using intention in healing. And so with that, I am going to close now. My name is Sara Burns. I have been the owner of Center for Sacred Transformations.org since 2006. I teach, I heal. I've been doing this for a long, long time. So if you have any questions or concerns, I hope that you feel comfortable in reaching out and sharing with me what's going on in your life and see how I can help you. So you take care and have a great day. Oh, and also, if this was any interest or benefit to you, if you wouldn't mind subscribing and hitting the like button, I would appreciate it. It lets me know that I'm just not talking to air and that I'm helping people understand things. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.